Howdy nerds, it's me THS, and today we're going to take a look at my 140 replay. It's not a very high damage game, but we will talk a bit about positioning, what do I do, and there is a bit of color bonus at the end. So here we are, I am a medium tank, so my job is to spot targets for my team, or at least give them general direction where the enemy team could possibly be. So instead of going towards corner, I'm going to go towards the middle, like the most maps have, some kind of spotting position in the middle, where you can quickly poke in, poke out and spot the targets. Before I was able to go towards middle, I spot the Vickers. So this position is not really good right now, because if there would be someone on the cap side, they can come and shoot me. But I found another Vickers, and he was a bit overextending, so I managed to shoot him. They do the same with the E50. I'm running supercharged shells. That's why the shells were able to connect both of the times over there. Then I'm going to poke here a bit. There's a Kranwagen, going to spot the E50 just in case the TD in the spawn would have something to do. So now I'm going to shoot this E50B. I should have taken out the tracks, or at least attempted to it, or loaded HE. Then I dance a bit over here. As you can notice, the enemy light tanks have completely disappeared, and our team are approaching towards enemy spawn, which is very bad as they have 2 TDs. So I'm going to go towards our spawn so I can spot possibly flanking Vickers, both of the Vickers, and give targets to my TD at the back, or at least cover him. So I'm going to go over here and stop, and I'm going to wait here, because I know both of the Vickers in the tune are from the good clan LGN, so I know they're going to pull out something like this. So it's better for me to have more map control than rushing in the corner with my teammates. I spot the Vickers over there, shoot him. Unfortunately 183 was not looking over here, so he didn't smack anyone. I'm going to wait a bit over here. I think I had a gut feeling over here that Vickers may rush the E75 as he's all alone, but they decided to completely rotate and kill our heavies in the enemy spawn. I'm going to wait a bit. I'm not completely in idea in this at the time of the game what to do. Then I decided to push when I noticed the Vickers are completely ditching the E75. I'm going to go a bit forward, more forward, looking at the map. We have 2 tanks which are doing their fine job. Maybe 3 even if we count the 183, if we did something in the match, I don't really remember. They're in the mediums and light tanks over there, as you can see. They are doing fine. They're using their gun and supporting enemy tanks. Our heavy tanks, not enemy tanks. But unfortunately our heavies die, because they did big brain move. Then I'm over here. I'm going to stay over here because I know the Vickers are over there. I like targeting their eyesight tanks, which can easily spot me. Spot the Vickers over there. Luckily bounce him. Kranwagen didn't shoot me, but I'm just going to wait here just in case that last Vickers in the corner is going to move. I'm a bit impatient, as you can see. I'm dancing with my hull. Got out of the sniper mode, and then the Vickers pull out. Completely mistimed over there. We had a decent advantage over here, but our team completely ditches the advantage. Like, I was spotting here over here. I was full HP, and I can be somewhat decent in hull down. All the thing our team had to do was to sit at the back and shoot targets which I'm spotting, but the rush, as you saw, when it died over there. Then our mediums and then our medium and light tank are just pushing forward. As you can see, I'm trying to use this hull down position. 140 is not really a hull down tank, but you can somewhat use it. Then E50 literally commits suicide, and I managed to bounce because aiming is for noobs. How would you aim? Then I luckily bounced the Vickers on my left, but I think it was normal bounce from the Vickers on the right. So to push further, I'm going to bounce him again. I'm bouncing because of the auto ricochet angle, not the thickness of armor. So if he would have loaded heat, then he would easily penetrate me. I'm not too keen to push, but I noticed the Vickers is over here and this bit opening so I could shoot him. I luckily managed to connect it with his tracks. Now here, enemy team can literally rush me and I wouldn't have enough time to kill them. So what I'm going to do is to relocate and make distance between them. So the slower ones would be at the back and the faster ones I can deal with them, like over here. Holy hey. I tried to clutch a shot, but Vickers punished me for it, but extending two out. Then Crown Magnus pushing to hide my side and try to shoot his engine deck. I luckily managed to connect it. Then to hide, I saw the Vickers was coming. Now I need to run again because the Hori could be pushing from the city down, and luckily he still was doing that. So this all completely planned out to my plan. Luckily I managed to connect that shot. Going to back off. Hori could have pushed over here, but he was a bit nervous, I guess. Then the Vickers is trying to push from that spot, shoot from that spot. I kill him. Then in this case scenario where you have a TD and you have a rock between you, it would be better for me to relocate. So I'm going to back off a bit. I'm showing that I'm going to move towards my left, but once he goes away, we both are invisible to each other. I'm going to completely turn around and go from a different direction. So I'm going to go from here. I saw he was pushing backwards. I mean, he was not pushing, he was going into position. So I'm going to go over here. But here he had a good idea, but I am a smarter boy, I guess. Or I got lucky. It was a good game. Not an ace because I think someone had even better game. Like, it's not a very high damage game, but it was played correctly. This is generally how you would play medium tank. In a medium, you first spot targets. Well, actually, in a medium and a light, you first spot a target. It's generally the middle side of the map. There would be some kind of a hill which would allow you to quickly pull in, pull out and spot targets, or you would have some kind of push which would allow you to set up an ambush. If your TDs would be somewhat competent, then they would already know about this and they would be pre-aiming in the general direction to smack the target. Then, after knowing the positions of enemy team, you can either decide to push into some position, or you can back off and let the heavies do their job of tanking damage. You can also hold your position if your tank allows that, like if you have some kind of turret armor like D62A, STB, maybe M48 as well. No, other mediums as well, not TNX. Then, if you can't hold it, then you would of course back off and support from distance. You can of course sprawl with the similar class tanks like light and medium. I would definitely not advise to do with heavies or Ts, as they can do quite a bit of damage. And from the current, what I can say, stance of wargaming about heavy tanks, I'd highly doubt you have any advantage in a medium tank when you're fighting a heavy, other than mobility, and like mobility is not even that great. Generally pretty much all of them can turn quick enough so you can't even circle anymore. Anyway, that is pretty much how you do medium tanks. There are quite a bit of nuances, of course, you need to know, like in the game. It's completely fine to back off and run away. There's nothing shameful about it. Your tank is not a heavy. You can't take hit. You shouldn't be taking hit for the most part of the game. You can of course take hit at the end of the game when you have saved up your HP to use up at the end. That is the good way of doing it. The stupid way would be to completely rush in YOLO, like a headless chicken, and then get completely wrecked. And then you'd be playing like some kind of budget tank destroyer. Well then, thanks for watching this video so far. Come again next time to listen to me more ramble about some kind of very big villain move by wargaming or something. Bye.